I have been selling this book, Zan Azli and Wan Chun Hong's Guide to Indie Filmmaking, which is published by MPH for a while now. It's a really good book if you want to be a filmmaker, whether it's for YouTube, social media, TV, film, cinema, whatever. This is the book to get. I'm going to make it more accessible and more affordable to all of you because I believe that everybody needs to become a filmmaker. The more filmmakers we have in the world, I think this world will be a better place to live in. Now it's available as an electronic book download on my website. I'm going to link it here. It's really cheap, it's really affordable. It's only 5 ringgit if you want to get the ebook version. Okay, 5 ringgit. It doesn't really cost much, right? It's just a little bit of something for me. I mean, it did take a lot of work to write. Each chapter of this book talks about one part of the filmmaking process. And for each chapter as well, I interview a local filmmaker. It's only 5 ringgit. It's only 5 ringgit. You're watching and listening to the Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli. And as usual, every week we watch a local film and we review it. And this week we're watching a local film and we're reviewing it. And it's called... what's it called?
Jangan Pandang Belakang 2.
2.
Aku tahu asal usulmu. Very long title.
Okay, so we watched Jangan Pandang Belakang 2. What's the film about?
So the film is set 16 years after the first film, which apparently none of us watched.
So long ago. I think I probably did because I remember the title of the film and it was like quite hype lah.
I know of the film, but I know that I've never watched it because I memang don't watch horror films until I started doing this show. So I had to go read about what the first film was about, right? So if you didn't know, the first film is about like this guy, Dharma, whose fiance like passes away, and then it turns out she like picked up like some saka from the beach in a bottle, and then in the end, like the end of the story is basically that Dharma like disappears or something, and the saka also is like gotten rid of. So fast forward to 16 years later, Dharma has a sister who is played by Emma Membong, and her grandmother has passed away. So apparently in the first one, the grandmother is the one that could see or notice the saka. But now the grandmother already passed away, and then suddenly like weird things start to happen with Lin, who is played by Emma Membong's mother. She is like she's like a lawyer in KL, or moved to KL, and then she comes back because her mother is having dementia, but then the dementia is also like tied to the supernatural stuff, and then she also starts like going through some supernatural stuff. And then there's another guy from the kampong, Hafiz, who is the son of the Ustad from the original one, who is like can see that she's being disturbed by something. And then he's like trying to help her lah. And then at the same time, her mother is in like an old folks home, which looks like a medical center, which looks like a resort. That is where the doctor there is this Doctor Azim, played by Aidil Putra.
Aidil Putra is married to an Indonesian actress who plays basketball.
Oh.
And she's good at it.
Oh.
I've seen videos on Instagram. Oh my god, yeah.
Isn't it Bunga Cinta Lestari? Isn't he married to Bunga Cinta Lestari, or is that someone else?
I don't know what
I feel like that might be her.
Bunga Cinta Lestari is not that Ashraf Sinclair's wife, eh?
Oh, yeah. Correct. Okay, so then I don't know lah. Anyway. Yeah. So, yeah lah. So that's the story.
Okay. What do we think about it?
I don't know.
So Dharma, who was played by Pierre Andre in the first film, is now directing this film.
He's directing this film.
Yeah. And I haven't seen Pierre Andre in a long time. I used to think he was a very good actor. Yeah. I probably went to watch Jangan Pandang Belakang premiere probably because of him.
Oh.
Maybe at the premiere. But I can't remember. It was so long ago. 16, 17 years ago.
Yep. 16 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. So?
So the opening of the film was beautiful because it was shot. The lady is the mother, right? Emma Mak Ibung's mother is in her house, a kampong house, at night, tengah semayang, and then there's like a blackout and it's raining with lightning from outside. And you know those old kampong houses with those wooden shutter blinds, and then you had all these lights coming in. It was like crisscross everywhere. It was beautiful. I guess that was the only good thing about the film.
I thought.
No, the film was okay.
I thought
the film was okay.
it was quite beautiful.
Yeah,
so
it was very beautiful.
It was beautifully shot. You didn't have a problem with this, but I have a problem with the pacing. I thought it was very slow. It was like half a pace. It was unnaturally slow. Is my problem. It wasn't. It was clearly deliberate, but it didn't feel natural to the things that were happening. So like, for example, she's like going to her car, right? And then she sees something on the car. And then she's like taking the thing from the car. It takes so long. It's like half a pace slower than what a normal person would move at. So that was already like thing number one that was irritating.
But I think like with you remember don't like slow movies.
I don't know. I don't really like super fast movies either. It needs to be slow with a purpose, and this was not slow with a purpose.
But I have to say that I thought it was slow with a purpose, and it was slow because it wanted to create that tension. Because once you get to the kampong, right, everything was slow, deliberately slow to lead you on to the scares that it had lah. And this film had a lot of jump scares. It's that kind of film.
So much. Yeah. This film is basically like thunder features a lot in this film. The mummy monster.
So every time,
McD crunching sound.
Every time the ghost or whatever spirit sucker comes out, there's a crunching sound. So it's like a McDonald's crispy chicken.
It's like some ASMR crunching sound. I don't know if this sucker is like into.
It's a very Alfred Hitchcockian, you know, like Psycho has the crow sound. So this one has like chicken McCrispy sound.
I thought it was Mummy Monster, but yeah.
Mummy Monster,
kind of
chicken McCrispy
sound.
Yeah, it's open for sponsorship lah. Open for product
Someone
placement.
can claim this crunching sound.
Yeah, so
and there's always thunder and lightning all the time when the sucker comes out. So basically when you see got thunder and lightning, then you hear crunching sound, you know already lah.
Hitchcock, you know.
So yeah. Towards the end, so I always cover my face when I watch these films, but towards the end I actually was like couldn't be bothered already, and then I actually saw it's just like some black color floating thing, and it was for me it was confusing because there were basically like two plots going at the same time in this film, but you don't find out that there are two plots until the end. And because I don't like the film, I won't spoil it for you, okay? So the first plot is this like Kononia, this sucker has been with his family for like generations.
But then he found the sucker at the beach.
But then he found the sucker at the beach. So I don't really know how that works. Then number two is that there's a boyfriend. So Emma Mambong has a ex-boyfriend in this film. I won't tell you who it is. But basically her ex-boyfriend is like tengah buat dia because he want her to suffer as much as he suffers.
So Dr. Azim is her ex-boyfriend. Oh, so that's why she's so hostile towards him every time he sees him.
Yeah.
You didn't get that. I think you needed to explain that a little bit clearer.
Because it helped. There was a picture.
I saw the picture, but I just thought like he was some stalker.
Why would she take a selfie with a stalker and write selamanya sayang?
I don't know. Some crazy guy who wrote it himself.
Anyway, at some point there's like some representation of a voodoo doll, which was also a bit weird because apparently the voodoo doll can like, you can translate to different people as long as kena their blood or something. I don't know. So overall I think I was mildly bored, irritated by the jump scares, but that's just a me thing, so that's a subjective thing, and confused. Yes.
I mean, Pierre Andre is a good director. He's directed many films before this, several films before this, which I have seen. I think we have seen too, and it's not bad. This one also, it's tight, it's clean. Technical wise, it's a very clean film, but the story was not very interesting to me lah.
The acting was not very
This is the second soccer movie that we're seeing, because the first soccer movie was that funny one, the one that wanted to be like Hantu Kat Lima like that. What was that film?
Don Dukun.
Don Dukun. But Don Dukon had a very like
The saka was like a
heartwarming,
good guy.
heartwarming, good
Saka.
guy kind of
A
saka.
heartwarming saka. Very Casper
Yes,
saka.
but this one like the
Maybe
saka is like
I don't know, possessive.
like, possessive of the family.
Saka is very territorial.
Yeah, you have to kind of like kill him, kill the saka. I don't know. It's boring lah. It's a little bit boring lah. The storyline itself, it's a bit boring.
It was very meh overall. I don't know that maybe you can weigh on this, but I didn't feel like the jump scares were very scary also. It was mostly a lot of sound.
I can't talk about that because I never get scared. I literally don't get scared of ghosts, horror movies. In horror movies or in real life, when we go like some dark place in the jungle also, I'm like, I don't feel anything. I call them to come and scare me also, they don't come.
No, they come and then you don't notice also.
Yeah, because it's so bullshit.
Yeah, anyway, so...
but it wasn't that scary lah. Yeah, I can, although I don't get scared, I can evaluate if something is scary or not. This wasn't lah. Yeah,
it just seemed very normal.
Yeah, I was very thankful that we bought popcorn because eating snacks keeps me through a boring film.
So we both agree that it's boring lah.
Yeah.
Okay lah. Alright. So would you tell people to watch this film?
Don't know lah. I'm bordering to not really, but you know, there's nothing else to do on the weekend. You could probably go.
But there are so many other things to watch this weekend.
Well,
Yeah.
watch
So
Gladiator
I guess
2.
don't watch this film. Is what
we're saying don't watch this film, huh?
I feel like we are gearing towards
I am like 49%.
don't watch this film.
No, 48% watch this film. 52% don't watch this film.
Your 48% is because the directing
No,
is
it's like
clean.
it's because it's like Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. You know, a divided nation, a polarized America.
I am not divided. I unanimously can tell you don't watch this film. Just because it's just not very good at all. It's not great. I don't know if the first one was better, but this was...
First one made a lot of money, right?
Yeah, 6.3 million according to Wikipedia. I wonder. So when we wanted to go watch this film today, clearly we went and watch it at like 2 o'clock on a Friday, so the cinema was empty. But
After I came back from Semaya Jumaat.
But there are so many showings. Like every hour there's a showing, and
because it's new, it just came out yesterday.
Yeah, but still, I don't know if it's gonna really do so well.
It
but
could.
Maybe
It might. I think it might.
Maybe it has a cult following that we don't know about. So
I think
guess
it might do well. You know, as a mainstream horror movie, it might. It might. There's potential. I think.
Yeah. So if you do go watch this film, let us know what you think.
Yeah.
If you have further explanations of what the hell is going on in the film also, do let us know, because we are still confused and very much in the dark.
At least this film has no dinosaurs.
But the last film with dinosaurs had a legit reason to have a dinosaur.
Okay. See
so-
you. Let us know what you think.
Yeah.
Okay. Like this video. Don't like this video. Subscribe to our channel. Follow us on all our social media platforms at Bidin. Or go to fatbidin.com to get everything. You're watching and listening to Fat Bidin Film Club. I'm assuming I'm Zan Azli.
And I'm Shaway Busawan.
Alright.